Hey guys, Jason Scooter here, and we're in the Garage Media's Tech Center. Behind me is our 72 pickup truck. It's an F-100 bump side, short bed, which makes it very desirable, and it's pretty straight, but I'm not sure how long this thing's been sitting. In fact, I don't even see a radiator in it. I have not popped the hood, so we might as well do that now and see what we're in for. Oi. Yeah, it's been a while. Ugh. Wow. So it almost looks like the thing's been sitting underwater for a while. My main goal is to get this thing started if the engine itself isn't frozen. And to do that, I went to AutoZonePro.com and just made a huge list of parts that I thought we may need. I may not use them all, but whatever we do need, I have. And I know the form, the function, you know, they're OE or better. So I think we're gonna be all right there. But man, I don't even know where to start. Might as well start up on top. Like I said, there's no radiator in here, so I wanna probably pull that thermostat housing off, see what the thermostat itself looks like. The carburetor's rusted out. Hopefully there's not a bunch of water in the engine, but there's only one way to find out, and that's get started. Well, like I said, I'm gonna start with the thermostat. I'm just gonna start with the cooling system itself. I have a new water pump, they're cheap. And might as well put a quality pump on there. So we'll get the fan and the pulleys and remove, you know, everything we need to get the water pump off and the thermostat housing off. I don't even know if there's a thermostat in there. Definitely not, but it's a little gunky, so let's get busy. I guess I should have another wiring. That's okay, we're gonna let that sit right here. There we go. That's a good sign. Just kind of locked up in there. Actually started wrestling the head of the bolt off too. All right. Got some cleaning to do. But again, I'm gonna pull these plugs out real quick because I want to see if the engine will turn over now that I can get to the harmonic balancer real easy. So let's do that next. With that done, I'm gonna spray some oil down in each one of these cylinders, let it sit for about 5-10 minutes, and see if we can turn her over. All right, let's see if this thing will turn over. I hope it does. Wow, the fuel pump works, watch. Which means I won't be changing the fuel pump, but that gas is nasty. So hopefully there's not a ton of gas in here, and we can flush those lines out, use that fuel pump, start bolting parts back on this thing. Definitely gonna put a carburetor on it. I'm gonna check the distributor in the, I'm gonna see what the cap and stuff looks like. We can easily change that out and see where we're at by then. Just cleaning all the gaskets, getting all the surfaces clean so we can go ahead and start putting things back together eventually. That's just years of grease build up. So I just went ahead and cleaned everything up a little bit of Scotch-Brite, and now the surfaces are clean, free of debris. Now we can throw the water pump back on there. Let's put a little silicone on there. I'm gonna put a little on here too real quick on the other side. Okay. This water pump fits great. All right, that wraps up the water pump installation. So what I'm gonna do now is I wanna get this thing on top dead center. Now that we know it turns over freely. Here we go, I can hear it, I can feel it. right there. We are there. Let's see what this distributor looks like inside. It might be easier to just throw a distributor in. I'm just gonna throw a distributor in, why not? They're pretty inexpensive, and it's already got a new cap, new rotor, it's complete, ready to go. So we'll go ahead and undo this one. And I have a coil too I'm gonna throw in here because this one looks like it's had better days. That's all it needed. There we go. Okay, let's snug it up like that so we can still time it easily. Look what I found so quickly. All right. Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna throw the plugs in. I gapped them all at 35 thousandths. Time to install them. And we're gonna go to number 1 on here, which is right here. And the rotation of this distributor is this way. There you go. We got spark plugs, wires, new distributor with a cap rotor. Like I said before, I'm not gonna throw parts of this truck that it really doesn't need. So I'm gonna throw the alternator back on, see if it charges, and if it does, we're good to go. If it doesn't, we'll address it at that time. Okay, keep that kind of loose. I'm gonna have to throw a carburetor on this thing. It's all locked up and rusted and nothing really moves freely, and I'm sure the insides are worse than the outside, so that's what we're gonna do. Got it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the radiator in now. That way I can come back and do the fan, the shroud, and all that good stuff. Let's see if we can get this fan pulley and spacer back on. Put it around here now. What do we got here, people? That looks good though. So I'm gonna clean this housing up real quick. We'll install everything. The housing's a little gunked up, but it's a quality piece. It's very thick casting, plenty of life left on it. So I'll just clean it up, knock all the loose debris out of it, and throw it on there. Couple bolts. We're gonna do some silicone again on this. Thermostat should fit in there nicely, just like that. I like that, I like that. Just a nice little, not much, just little, just little. All right. To put this little adapter on here, I don't think we need it. No, we do not. There we go. Now I just gotta put a couple clamps on there. Alrighty, we're gonna lift the truck up and give it an oil change, and that way we can get a good visual on what the oil looks like. And I got to drain some of the fuel out because it's not good, and I want to put some fresh stuff in there. So let's do that. I don't know why they put the drain plug above the axle, but hey. Oh. Well, if it keeps doing like that, I'm doing pretty good. So they actually designed this area to catch the oil and then drain down, do this twist before it hits. All right. Okay. Well, that's gonna make a mess when we go back up. Oh, I love that. Maybe there's no oil in it. Oh, it's bleeding a little. Guess I got it. Another thing about Ford, why is this thing sideways? You know how hard it is to fill up and put on? Got it. I was hoping that was gonna pour out, but it's probably siphoning from the top. Yeah, we're empty. I think we've been draining pretty good. I guess we aight. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw this Harley on there. It's a little 2-barrel. There we go. We're gonna put those nuts and washers on. All right, carburetor is installed. Got to get the linkage on there. All right, these old filters here. So I just want to see where I'm going to cut this. I'm going to come around like so, up like so. We're going to have that in between. Looks nice. Cut it right here. Maybe we throw a battery in this bad boy, put the cables on, and see if it'll even turn over, because I have no idea, honestly. Whoa, it does turn over. All right, we got to add fuel. I think we might be able to try to start it up. Okay, let's see if I'm even getting fuel up there. Let me get some. It shoots flames at least. Hey, if the thing never starts, at least it shoots flames. I'm gonna check my firing order. 1, 5, this should be 4. What the heck? Who did this? Okay, I'll fix those later. Let's see if that does anything different. I don't think I'm getting fuel up there. No fuel. I must not be getting any fuel. Yeah, nothing. I'm just not getting any fuel anywhere yet. I'm gonna pull this cartridge off of the fuel pump that has a filter in it and just see what it looks like. I should have probably put a new one in beforehand, but I got excited. See all this stuff? That thing is probably in the gas tank too, so. See if we can get some fuel up here again. Where's my air nozzle? All right, we're completely plugged up somewhere then. Let's pull the line off and see what happens. The tank should have been probably pulled out and gone through or replaced if it was too bad. I'm thinking we have an issue up. Okay, got fuel here. I'm gonna blow some air through here, see if this line is plugged from here to the engine side. I'm guessing it's the other side, the tank side. Okay, we're good on that side. I can hear the air. So I'm guessing this side. Yep. Ooh. Sounds like my stomach after I eat too much hot sauce. Well, whatever was stuck, I might have out. Let's try this all over again. Let's see, I'm gonna drop it back down, blow through that line, see if I can hear the bubbles in the tank. Hopefully this time we can. And if we do, we cleared what was ever in there. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck again. But if we can get the truck running, we can at least get it out of here, and the customer can then go back and flush some stuff out, or we can do it for him if he chooses. That's what we wanted to hear. Something definitely was plugged up on the tank side. Where it likes it, right there. We're back in business. Well, that's awesome. So long couple days, but you know, we got the thing up and running. Fought a fuel issue for a little while, but everything else went pretty smooth. I still need to time it and, you know, set the idle, maybe mess with the carburetor a little bit. But before we can really drive it, I got to get under the car and do some suspension and some brake work, because the brakes definitely are not ready to get on the road. But hey, we're getting one step closer to cruising.